Right, we're live.
You wanna give him a minute?
No, let's go. Let's get this done with.
All right, and call the budget committee meeting 10/21/25 to order at 6 o'clock and start with a roll call.
Racine present.
Jagger present.
Helen present.
And Hillsman present.
Absent.
Absent is Vicky Kirkwood, Elena Pycott, and I'm gonna say Cody Wells. We can get right into the budget.
Yes, and
Starting-
thank you for being adaptable and adjusting my,
I'm glad you're feeling better and not a problem, and we're trying not to get you in here at all, but there were some questions for you, so
okay.
here you are. You can do as your sales pitch. Do you wanna walk through it, or?
It's, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Cell phone line is up a tiny bit. Equipment line is staying the same. Mileage is, staying the same. Postage is staying the same. Printing is staying the same. The salary line is a little confusing because, the 2025 budget was based on my taking over the hours that in 2024 had been covered by the assistant field inspector. You'll see down that added line. And so even though, if you look at just my line, you'll see that the budget line for me looks exorbitantly high. For 2025, it was actually the combination of the hours of the two positions, so when Dave left, we eliminated the field officer position. And this year, it is actually down, because the number of hours that I calculated were perhaps going to be needed, since I was taking the field work back again, were actually less than needed. So that's really the only explanation. The page 2, I think, explains it.
Yeah, I think.
And that's it.
Okay,
That's where we are.
any questions for Rebecca?
Yeah, one thing that I noticed is the postage. You're budgeting $450, year to date so far, you've only spent $36.79.
Right, there's a budget line for postage that has to do with me doing an annual mailing, the rack card that has the full info on it. And we didn't do it this year, so there wasn't that mailing expenditure. I think it was because there were not any changes of any magnitude in the zoning ordinance, which was my motivating force for starting that card. It was to bring the community, the property owners, up to date on any major changes that had been made to the zoning ordinance at the March meeting. So that card would go out in April or May to the full property list, with an explanation of what the changes in the zoning ordinance has been. I feel now actually that we've done a pretty good job. We maybe should do one more card, but it perhaps is, has gotten people aware that there's that information card, that it's available here. So it's in there because I would like to do a mailing this coming year. The planning board is contemplating a considerable number of changes or adjustments to the zoning ordinance. It's a good way to get that information out. And then what I would advocate going forward is we come up with a standardized card that is printed or reprinted each year as needed, so that there's a takeaway there available for the public, but not necessarily mail it out. Really put the responsibility or the burden on the planning board or some other part of the town to get the information out. I mean, you know, there's always doing a press release after the annual meeting and the town meeting saying, guess what's happened, this is what's going on.
No.
But it did serve, you know, the first years I did it, I got a lot of people coming in saying, I didn't know this, and so it was a useful thing to have done.
Now, when was last year that you did that?
Oops.
Thanks for the reminder.
I would have to go back and look, if you look at the card that's in the rack, I think it says 22 or 23 on it, that might be the last time it was done.
I think it's 23.
I think
Okay, thanks, Caitlin,
it was 23 as well.
Do you recall how much it was back then?
how much
The mailing was?
no, what I did, I used Minuteman Press, and so you get a package deal, the print mail is all one thing. I do the graphic design and the layout of the card and everything, get it to them ready to go, and we provide them with the mailing list based on our assessing software, so we provide them with the mailing list digitally, and they print the card and print the addresses on it and mail it all as one thing, and then when I get the invoices, I split out the mailing and the printing costs.
Thank you for the explanation, I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
I got a question.
Okay.
I should have brought it up this week, or last week. Your salary, you mentioned that part of that salary was Dave,
Right, part of the salary in 2025,
which, yeah,
if you look at the columns, you'll see that for 2024, you've got a salary zoning officer.
yeah, we raised it to $18,000.
Yeah, and because it didn't have the secondary line, yeah.
Okay, so you're putting how many hours a week?
I'm at about 9 at the moment.
Yeah,
It's
so,
been a little slower. I kept the number at,
so can we reduce that sum, 18,000, well, that's what was, 18,152, can we reduce that?
well, what do you wanna reduce my hours to?
Well, I mean, you say 9 hours a week,
Right, but I don't know, I mean, next year I could be back.
what's your pay rate,
higher.
what's your pay? Or, can you tell me your pay?
I can tell you my pay, do you want me to tell you my pay in a public meeting?
Well, it's public, record anyhow. Is it?
But this is what she's requesting. You said that.
I agree,
Yeah.
but with Dave gone,
You
I mean,
think- oh, you
this year
think-
she's only used $9,000 out of the, 9,000 K out of 18,000.
My total is lower this year.
Yeah, I know, because 2 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks with her knee,
Yeah, cause I was out for knee surgery.
right?
And I always budgeted at 50 weeks rather than 52 for whatever missing weeks might be there. The question is whether, if you look on the backside, if I think of it, I've been averaging 9 hours a week. I used to be budgeted 12 hours a week. And I thought I would be closer to 12 or 11. There's really no way of knowing.
Well, I'm just,
If you wanna reduce it below 11 hours a week,
no, I'm just saying reduce it to 15,000.
well, you're plucking a number out of the air. You know, you reduce it to something based on a formula. I mean, if you tell me that you wanna reduce it from 11 hours to 10, then you guys can do the math, if you want, or
Well, I need to
can-
pay,
or I can go get the paperwork. Let's see, so what I had done is I had done a 3% COLA. And added that to the existing pay, which would be
it's
$30.
2.5 cents, 2.5, we're with the 2.5, not 3%, we're 2.5.
Oh, okay, well, I haven't got a calculator, I haven't got a pencil on me. So if you wanna take where I was at 29.93, and add 2.5% to that, and then multiply that times something that's less than 11 hours a week, then you would get a number.
So that comes out to about $30 an hour. Right now, it's what you're requesting.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at my worksheet here, and I was with the
36
with the 3%
3.26.
COLA, it was at 30.83. 2.5% is something I'd make a note here, to think about it in a pencil.
Yeah,
368.
yeah, but I know what her pay is.
I think it's 33 by my.
Oh, I thought that's what she did, no,
She didn't tell me the pay.
What?
I'm sorry.
33 if we do
What's the
this,
question?
according to me,
Oh,
Yeah,
so I'm
go
sorry,
ahead.
Rebecca,
the papers.
Yeah, I know.
sorry, we're figuring out what 2.5% would be over, and I thought I heard you say 29.93.
I didn't figure it out, Leo
Okay.
figured it out. I don't know what he said around 30.
That's around $30, it's close to 30. So,
Based on,
well, we have to base it
That
on
and the
her
hours.
wage, that's what it comes down
Yeah.
to. Can you come up here and write a number?
Do you want me to write?
Your number per hour. Okay, that's what I want.
yeah,
So we call it what?
yeah, 38. She did say that out loud,
Okay,
or I have ESP, so that's what it comes out to.
Probably a little both.
okay, good. I'm good.
And if you have a new number, if you decide that you wanna reduce my hours
So,
to 10, that's a choice you make based on an assumption that I don't need the 11. I have worked, in the past, I've worked as many as 12 hours a week, so it seemed like,
It depends on the workload.
it does,
Yeah.
it depends.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you're,
absolutely, it
Right.
does,
I'm good.
and it goes up and down.
oh, that ain't right. Oh, that is right. So, yeah, so, based on her current request of
I
16,956,
did the field work for 15 years.
it'd be about 10 hours a week.
I'm okay, because we have to do the 29 weeks, I'm not gonna get into it.
Okay, so you're good with the
Yeah.
budget as requested? Okay.
Good,
Where did we get to, guys?
We're leaving it alone, I think.
After all that, you're gonna leave it alone? You get it back at the end of the year, guys. Really, I don't spend it if I don't spend it. I
Like, did
think
you have any-
in my almost 20 years here, I think I've spent my full budget once.
Saving it?
No,
You good, Jim?
I'm good.
Alright, then, make a motion to approve 419103 zoning for 18,726.50?
take the 50 cents off. 727.
You wanna round it up?
Yeah, because we don't, yeah,
Alright,
just round it off.
I take that back. I make a motion to approve 4191-03 zoning officer for 18,727.
I'll second that.
Wait a second. All in favor?
Racine, aye.
Jagger,
I'm sorry, I assume there was no further discussion. Mike?
I can't support this. And I'm not gonna go into the reasons why.
Okay,
Perhaps Leo will indulge me in the future and we can have a talk. And maybe I can support it in the future.
Well, I think I know where you're going with it.
Maybe
Oh,
you
yeah.
do, maybe you don't.
Well, we'll have that discussion.
So I have to be opposed at this point.
okay, and Hillsman's aye.
Just note that, I did talk to Heidi and she can hear it.
Yeah, she told me that, but I just wanted to do
Right.
this anyway for my own peace of mind.
Did I miss a piece of information somewhere along the line that said that the COLA was 2.5? So that I could have saved us all this circular work, I mean,
Well, we probably should have discussed that, the selectmen meeting when we came in.
well, or go to the department heads that are doing the budgets and make it clear when they're doing their budget that that's the number that should be being used.
Yeah.
That would've-
No, I don't disagree, it was discussed earlier in the year, and I don't think
Yeah,
what we were comfortable with.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm not
And I
fixing
don't
that.
think
I'm
word
just
that
thinking
out.
If I had known
Mhm.
that was the number that was being used, I would have used that one,
You're not the only one.
the precedent.
no problem, apologize for not getting that information to you.
That's okay, that's okay. I just like to save everyone time in the meeting by doing as much paperwork as possible, so,
Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca.
thank you very much.
Alright, since I left the room. Who you wanna be, tax collector or clerk?
You got an agenda. The agenda.
Would the clerk please come forward?
You're loud enough, you can talk loud enough.
Unless you have.
Or you can sit there if you want.
Oh, I can talk loud.
Okay, well, at the selectmen's meeting, you came up, you took a seat, you're slamming your fist on the table.
Can I do that now?
And
Well,
so,
I need
please.
space to spread out.
well, if you need to come up here, come up here, if you can do it from there, do it from there.
No, I'll do it from here.
There's 3 empty seats, you know, whatever you're comfortable with.
He's coming. If I get down on the floor, you'll know where he's going to.
If you want to make it short, just highlight the major changes,
Yeah,
the ones, you know, the numbers that change.
They all changed.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so advertising is the first line, that got increased because last year there was only one election, 3 for 2026. So that's where that number comes from, it's the, $65 a day in the Conway Daily Sun, 2 times per each election, so that's that. Dog tags, as you can see, went down. There was a fee that was added in there previously or thought that needed to be in there previously, and that's not the case, it's just the cost for dog tags, those are $300. Dues is just, you know, I'm not sure if it's gonna go up, but I factored in that it may go up, I'm not sure. So that's that 25. Election expenses, the big number in that is that $2,000 number is based on whether or not, we have to have that money to cover the ballot counting, machine programming, maintenance. And again, 3 elections versus 1 last year. Mileage, we're staying at the 600, we got rid of office supplies. Postage is just, postage goes up, and that's why that's gotten increased and anticipating mailing. We just, every year we get more and more residents, more and more things that have to be mailed. Records preservation, we're doing $1. And then the salary for the ballot clerks, again, 3 elections versus the 1. Do you want me to do you want me to break numbers down, or do you want me to just keep going and then you can ask questions after? Okay.
yes, please.
And then salary went down for my deputy because her hours, before it was budgeted for 28 hours. She is comfortable at 26 hours and that's where she wants to be. Factored into that also would be, her hourly rate, 26 hours instead of the 28, and a 2.5%, cost of living increase for her. Moderator's the same, salary for the clerk is budgeted for the 35 hours instead of 30 where it was last year. Got approved for the full-time, hours there, and also adding in the 2.5% on that, and then support staff is the same, software goes up every year, that's the software from Avatar. They were anticipating a 3 to 5% increase, they couldn't really tell us for sure, so I went with the higher, the 5%. training I went down, just because that just seems more realistic in line with what we'll be looking to do. And then there's that new line item at $300 for the credit card reader, which is the credit card reader.
If I may,
Yes,
years ago, the credit card reader was being supplied by whom?
Invoice Cloud.
Okay, so they changed that or they're charging?
We haven't had a credit card reader. So yeah, I guess I only found out in looking into this one that we did used to have a credit card reader, but for whatever reason, we haven't.
Okay,
So I'd like to bring that back.
I bet you would.
Yeah.
Jim, do you have any question?
I was just gonna ask her about the salary, but she's already answered that.
Okay. The, sorry, the ballot reader,
The counting,
the counting machine,
yeah.
there's maintenance expenses with that?
Yeah, programming and maintenance, programming's per election,
Yeah, so it's programming per election, per machine,
per machine.
We have one machine,
yes.
how much is it per machine?
Five.
Or how much, 500, so 3 elections, it'd be 1,500?
Yeah, and the maintenance is
500 as well.
500.
Okay. So,
And then there's other things that you have to have, supplies that you have to have for that machine, security tabs, other things that we would have to purchase for the ballot counting machine.
okay, what, are we, so, is that basically a wash compared to what we're paying ballot counters for an election?
I didn't actually look at those numbers, Scott, as far as, yeah, I didn't look at that.
I know, when we discussed the counting machine last year, I don't think, at least I don't remember being aware that there was gonna be additional fees with it, maintenance fees, so it looked like it was gonna save, obviously it'll save time, but it looked like it was gonna save the town money, and now it seems at best it's gonna be a wash compared to what we're paying ballot counters.
Yeah, and I'm
do you-
sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Okay.
There's a bigger part of that, I don't think everybody realizes. You gotta corral
Yeah,
people,
15.
get them in.
Oh, yeah.
Spend all that time, so you do spend money, but it gets harder
Every year.
sometimes to get people to be accurate. And somebody has to go on the phone for recruiting purposes for a ridiculous amount of
And they're
time.
dwindling, the people that we had are dwindling,
Yes.
moving,
And the town's
no
getting,
longer with
No,
us.
yeah, no, I don't disagree, and I'm aware of that, I'm just looking at this strictly from a fiscal standpoint, like I said, when we discussed this last year, I don't think additional fees were
Yeah,
part of that
we
conversation
did the,
that I
we went to the
recall.
demonstration area and when we requested the quote for the ballot machines, they didn't disclose the maintenance and,
Well, the setup for each election, that's the one that got you, I mean, you knew there was gonna be maintenance,
yeah, so basically it was kind of a,
reprogramming.
and they have to do that to guarantee that
Right.
it's a secure machine at the start of every.
Okay,
I think it's just growing pains like anything else, you got 2 cruises, then you got 3, you got 1 fire truck, your next one comes.
yeah, I know it'll save headaches for the clerks and the supervisors come election day, I was just, like I said, just from a financial standpoint, I was curious if it will, I don't think it'll be a wash, but at least not having ballot counters will offset that somewhat.
Yeah,
Carol, I'm sorry.
Well, you have that, right, the cost for the ballot counters, which has been stagnant at $10 an hour, which probably needs to be increased if you stayed
well,
with
it
it.
was, Mike, it went up to 15.
Yeah,
Oh, did,
yeah,
okay.
that's what I was at,
Been
yeah,
out of the loop, so to speak. But then again, your staff has to be, of a certain level to do the jobs that are always changing and getting more challenging as technology and time marches on. So the staff in the office spending their hourly time on the phone might be where you see your other offset. Because
That's true.
if you spend 15 or 20 hours recruiting people for one election or
Right.
more, you
Let alone
you start
three.
seeing offsets in strange places if you wanna look for it.
offsets are good.
That's-
I'm sorry, Carol?
That's all right, after the selectmen meeting last week, I realized the first time we use this machine, and this is Effingham or small, I bet a lot of people are gonna bypass putting in the machine and put it in the outside pocket that says they want their card hand counted. So I think at least the first election with the machine, we need to take the temperature of the town. We may have 100 people putting it in the hand count only bin. We still are gonna have a few extra than we think ballot counters on hand. I don't know, but I just don't see everybody saying, yeah, for the counting machine, and they have the legal option to put it in that hand count pocket.
Sound like a seasoned veteran of this.
I'm the one making all those phone calls for the ballot counter. But I just, so we know going forward that you have that in your budget, enough.
Yeah, and that was the election,
And the other one.
yeah, the ballot clerks and.
Yeah, I think more in September and November than the town elections,
So-
I think possibly.
A quick question for you, Carol.
Yeah.
What do we pay you to make those phone calls?
Unusual.
Which is, out loud, please.
El Zippo.
Oh, so if you get incapacitated.
Well, they have my Excel spreadsheet, they have all the phone.
Okay, so we're back to square one, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I make calls around, you know, it takes 18 people in a big election to wrangle them, just with the counting table, as you know.
Well, we can have that discussion.
Yeah,
Right.
but I just want everybody to realize there's still that option for the hand count pocket that a lot of people are gonna use, I have a feeling. Rightfully so.
Okay,
Improve our machine.
Sure.
yeah, I was just gonna bring that up, so, before we make a motion on this, the select board level funded, salary support staff at 2,200, versus the 2,255. Does the budget committee wanna also level fund that at 2,200? For a savings of $55?
Well, I wasn't there for that, but for $55, I figure the selectmen are figuring if they run over, they'll be paying for it out of their operating budget, so I'm comfortable with their decision personally.
So you're good with,
I am.
Jim?
In the scheme of life. What does $55 matter?
Yes,
Yeah, it's up.
cause almost a dinner out. For
One person.
Well, in the scheme of the entire operating budget, that $55 could be the difference in hitting our goal and not hitting our goal.
Less than a tank of gas in my truck.
So I'm good with level funding it, I'm assuming Leo's good with level funding that particular line item. Since he did it before,
Make a motion and let's vote
I'll
on it.
make a motion to approve the town clerk's, budget as presented, since we did not make any changes. In the amount of $59,649. That's still the correct number, right? So we-
yeah, that's the adjusted,
The adjusted number with that.
with the support staff, yep. Alright, I'll second. All in favor?
Racine, aye.
Jagger, aye.
The Hal and I,
And I am actually gonna recuse myself from voting in this one.
well, I don't think you really wanna do that, cause there's.
Well, we still have a
quorum without.
Well, we still have a majority.
Yeah, if we're four.
You don't have to.
Three's,
I know I don't have to, but it's the right thing to do.
how about this?
I mean, the
Instead
last vote was 3-1.
You're not gonna vote either way.
Well,
As you know.
Yeah, I'm just recusing myself, I'm not voting either way.
as opposed to recusing, there is another term to just go along with the board as a whole, without voting yes or no.
And that term would be?
And if my brain was working, I would tell you, because I've used it so many times.
I think that's abstain.
Abstain is
Well,
good,
abstain's the other one, yes, but on my little sheet I have a no vote, so I'm gonna be a no vote. But it still passes, 3-0-1.
I would just put, add a line here, abstain,
Yeah,
so not a vote, no.
Well, I have no vote, but
My question then would be, since the budget committee is comprised of 6 people, 3 yes is actually a majority of the board, does it
Right.
go forward? It does, okay.
we just need a majority vote to move something forward.
Mhm.
One down, one to go.
Actually,
Well, I think you
7.
need the majority of the.
What's that?
There's
There's
7.
7 on the board.
Yeah.
With the selectmen.
So that's where I think a
Oh.
fourth vote counts, because I think it's a majority of the board, meaning if you've got 7 people, you need 4 votes, even if they're not here. It's 7 seats.
Change your vote.
Well, then that brings up,
recount?
that brings up zoning again too.
Yeah, you gotta get Rebecca back.
Let's get everybody to get calculators on.
If you don't count, then we don't.
I count.
Yeah, okay. So zoning was 3-1. So and this is
I
three.
would seek an opinion on that from NHMA, because it's cost-free, it's expense-free, and Stephen Buckley or somebody else who's taking the spot possibly could answer that question.
Right, I agree with you, I'll do that, but in the meantime, vote yes. On this one, we can deal with the,
Alright,
3 people.
I'm voting yes under protest.
If we see a brand new Escalade in your yard, then we're gonna start questioning, all right?
There will not be an Escalade or anything with a Chevy badge in my
Denial will
yard.
count.
What happened to Rebecca?
we might have to bring her back in, so we'll work on that one. I'm gonna
Oh,
contact,
forget her?
no,
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 okay.
no, he's,
Well, I opposed anyway,
I know.
That's what I'm saying, so
so you have questions.
we need to figure that
I'll
out,
call, I'll email NHMA.
but thanks for bringing that up, Mike.
I'm always there to point out the fly in the soup.
Got it,
Somebody's gotta bring the monkey in the wrench, right?
we're good?
We're good?
Excuse me, Scott, what's the, how many people are a quorum?
4.
On a full board, 4.
4.
So that means that it would be that based on the quorum, not on the total number of seats, on the quorum, that's why there is a quorum.
Yeah, because you got 1 that said no and 3 said yes, so that's your quorum. Correct?
Yeah, you have to have 4 people to make
Doesn't
quorum.
matter how they vote.
Yeah, that's,
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm just making an example.
And then it's the votes within there.
I
Within
agree,
that vote, not counting the other 3 that didn't show up.
right, no, I agree. Well, like I said, we still had a majority vote.
I disagree, I think the majority of the board, on a 7-person board is 4. And unless you have 4 votes, you haven't met the majority of
Alright, well, we should,
appointed board seats.
Right, if you abstain.
okay, that's a fair point, we should look into it, and we may have to
I don't like that.
Bring zoning back in.
bring zoning back in,
Well, take-
and maybe more.
Take the selectmen, there's 3 seats, and unless 2 sitting selectmen are there, they can't pass anything. But if there's only 1 selectman shows up, he's 2 to make the majority of the board, but 1 selectman can't do anything.
2 can, but not just 1, right?
That's my point.
Yep,
Well taken.
yes, Caitlin? Oops.
So,
No, no.
sorry, NHMA does not have a clear answer.
Of course not.
On quorums,
It has, so 4 out of 7 is a quorum,
right,
but it doesn't have any clear answer if, 3 vote yes, 1 vote no,
Oh, you already
things
said?
like that.
For what it's worth, I just Googled it and it says a quorum vote is a valid vote.
Okay.
or quorum is 4.
Yeah, I don't trust Google,
Yeah,
I work with it every day.
I think we've got enough time to reach out,
Yeah,
and I've read articles in the past that may or may not be easy to find.
Okay.
From NHMA, that I believe support that.
tax collector. That's you, hi, state your name. So we got 415006 tax collector.
So dues stayed the same. Lien postage is, going up. Mileage stayed the same, office supplies is gone, sorry, looking at my line across. And again, same with postage, just anticipating the increase in mailings and also the fact that postage continues to go up. Recording fees, same thing, I'm not really sure why it was budgeted at where it was last year, I can't speak to that, but I took what we spend, to the registry of deeds, to do the leaning deed and lien redemptions, and that was the figure that I came up with, tracking along where we're at with that through the year. And then do salaries, same thing, so same as it was for the clerk, do you want me to elaborate any more on those? And then, the 2,200 for the salary support, so, software, again, that's the Avatar, so I did the 5% increase. Tax bills, again, we're growing, numbers are growing, so anticipating an increase in tax bills. And base that off of what, Minuteman charges us to do our tax bills. Same with title notices, that's that title search company that does our searches anytime we lien and deed. Unfortunately, there's the trend that just keeps going up with those searches. And then again, training went down, it just seemed like a more reasonable number for what we should be anticipating to do trainings and workshops. And then again, the credit card reader.
Is that a one-time $600 fee for the credit card?
So it's actually, we get it billed monthly, so it's $50 a month.
Okay. Steve? Sorry.
Can I direct it, Andrea?
What do you just have to ask that.
Ask me and I'll ask her.
Just say the question.
What's your question, please, Steve?
Which line is the mailings for the vehicle registration cover that?
That's the clerk one, that's how the clerk.
That was in the clerk?
Yep.
Oh, okay, alright, that's fine, thank you.
Thank you.
So
Thank
I'm gonna,
Go ahead, Mike.
so I wanna draw you back to the salary for the deputy. Cause I just looked in budget from 24, and it looked like that was in the 14,000 range, close to 15. Then for 25, it's like 16,600 basically, and now it's lower. And I guess maybe I didn't catch why it's lower.
Yeah, so before, for 2025, it was budgeted as deputy doing 28 hours.
Okay.
And next year, our deputy will do, she wants to do 26 hours, so the hours decreased.
I was just looking for a way to make Scott feel good about his voting record. Seeing that there doesn't seem to be any big jumps in certain line items. Thank you.
So you're splitting the credit card reader on between the clerk and the tax?
Yep.
Okay.
Does the committee have any other questions for Andrea?
Nope.
No, okay,
Ask them to Andrew, we have to ask them to you.
Again, the salary for the support staff was adjusted to 2,200 from 55, bringing us to $110 savings now, Jim. Or should I call you Steve? Too early for that. So
How much would that be per thousand?
give me a minute. Well, we don't have the per thousand part yet. We're still working our way through that. So is the committee good with making that adjustment as well?
I'll go so far as to say that I would make a motion to approve the tax collector's budget for, without changes, for the amount of $63,922.
Okay.
I'll
So
second that.
motion for 415006 tax collector. Adjust, at 63,922. Any further discussion, since I forget that part?
Jim second,
Yeah, I got Jim.
okay. We're seeing aye.
Alright, motion, yep.
Jagger, aye.
Cahill and I.
Brennan, Hillsman. Aye. Try to do the right thing.
You're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Reducing the hours.
That you laid it on the table as bare as you did. I think we saw through the scheme and we're all right.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Go home. Or stay, your choice.
Oh,
Thank
Are
you.
you sure? This is a lot of fun.
I know, but my tummy's telling me I need to go home.
Yeah, you know.
It's been a long day for me. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Scott, can I say thank you to Andrea?
You can say thank you to Andrea, Steve.
Thank you very much.
So, Mr. Chairman, at this juncture, before we get into the next, budget, I think the previous chairman had a nice little thing he did where he took the increases or the decreases, as it were, at the end of the budgets from one meeting to the next, and kind of gave us a running total of that. If that's something you'd be willing to do, so that incrementally, we'll start to see what the trend is and.
Yep, that was, I'm assuming you didn't see the spreadsheet I sent out with all the other stuff that has what you're asking for on it.
I didn't, because when I read off it and you make changes, it makes us all look bad when I point out something that's been changed and I haven't got the current document in front. So I waited for what you presented me this evening,
Okay,
and that
so-
wasn't here.
So there is a running Excel sheet with the budget request on it. After the selectmen's meeting, I update it with the total. After our meetings, I update it with a different total or same total, and it shows the increase over last year. So I'll be updating it again.
Should I print that, or will that be presented?
If you wanna print that, I'm not gonna spend the town's money on that, maybe at
All right.
maybe at the end.
Okay.
But do you need it printed, Mike? I'll print it for you.
No, I don't.
Yeah, but it's just, and you can play around with that Excel sheet and do whatever you want with it.
I'm new to this board this year, a committee, and I was unaware that that was in there, I didn't have the time to look at everything,
Not a
so
problem.
my apologies.
Not a problem.
We've seen LD would be easier.
See what?
LD, Dennis, LD at Gmail.
I,
Where are you? I didn't see you on the agenda.
she's assessing, and I do need to, handle her next, please, so she's representing assessing.
Yeah, but you were next on the agenda.
Oh, this is throwing my paperwork in a tizzy.
I know, so,
You might as well hit it with a fan.
so we got 415201 assessing,
Mine should be pretty good.
it should be pretty quick. I'm sure the last budget chair would have had these in chronological order, but you get what you get.
I put them in chronological order, I got a paper
Caitlin, when you're ready.
Alright, so I'll go with the two changes. Office supplies were decreased to $1, but I think we could cross that out completely if you want to, but I have it at $1, just leave line open. The increase that we have is for the salary. Last year, we were in the interim between assessing clerks. So we had budgeted last year, I believe, for roughly 8 to 10 hours. And I don't remember what the rate was we based it off of, but with our assessing clerk now, I budgeted for roughly 9 to 12 hours. So there's an increase in the hours as well as the 2.5 increase, in the salary itself. Other than that, everything else level.
Wow, how fortuitous that you are presenting this budget tonight, cause my question overlaps to your office from assessing. Because when I try to follow the budget that's on the budget to actual for assessing, I find myself looking up encumbrances, that's 6,000 on page 8 of the budget, an actual, and it has carryovers. And I'm confused because it looks like we have a budget for over $57,000. And what looks to be spent over 52,000, so that's leaving us nearly 5,400 left. But yet on the assessing line, we have some money that's been expended, that's under what's allotted, for 30,000. Can you clear up how much money is left in the assessing line?
So, I didn't have a B2A here with me, but, so that 6,000, because this year is the 2025 revaluation. So anything that was the reval related was coming out of that 6,000 line item, because that money was encumbered for that contract for 5 years. That big payment you see, I think was 65,000, so it was 65,000, that's coming out of that encumbrance line. Now, we still have them, and we did have them in the interim for an assessing clerk. So we had other fees that were related,
Contract fees.
yeah, contract fees, but for them to do office work.
Right.
So that came out of that 4152 that you see for contracted assessing. So I know right now we're at 95% paid for the 2025 revaluation. So we should have the final bill any moment now for the remainder of that, which would take the remainder of the 6,000 line, and then whatever's over from that will go into that 4152 contracted assessing.
Okay, so. Am I not seeing a salary under assessing?
This is a new thing, so now we are making our numbers, cause DRA, so Department of Revenue Administration, they have a chart of accounts to follow. With that being said, we originally had the salary line item in 4130. But according to Department of Revenue standards for the chart of account, it falls under this new, or not new, but the assessing
Right.
one, so that's why this year it'll be in suit with what DRA recommends.
Okay. Well, thank you for clearing that up, because the pot of money is in 3 locations, and I understood the contract being the first year for a full reval.
Yeah.
But I was kind of losing track of the money in there somehow, how it was being applied, so thank you. And for all the kids playing at home, I'm sure this was important information.
Any other questions?
Got 3 people watching.
Can they actually ask questions?
No.
No, okay.
Not if you wanna go home tonight.
Jim, you good?
I'm good.
I'm good.
You're good? I'm good.
I'll make a motion to approve, assessing is presented by, Elena Pycutt, stand-in, Caitlin, for the, tidy sum of $54,351, oh, I'm sorry, $54,350.
I'll second. All in favor?
Racine, aye.
Jagger, I.
Val and I.
And Bill's been Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you. No, that's pretty good.
Alright. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. I apologize for the president coming on TV.
I just need, do you have a copy of the updated budget from the selectmen, because we made a new line with a.
That's a good question.
The stipend is not allowed as a word, and that's what we had, so
Oh, yeah, that,
I can work off of this one as long as you have the proper wording that they decided.
Will the cemetery trustee have that new language?
yes.
I think it's gonna be salary elections and salary something else.
Oh, instead of.
They had to take the word stipend
Yeah,
out.
so it's, yep, so now it's, we're gonna add another word to it, but it's stipend and elections.
Yeah, that's what I have,
Okay.
but you're gonna, okay, we're gonna just go off of that and then you're gonna,
We'll update it.
Well,
you'll update
well,
the
yeah.
words, okay,
We'll update
thank
it.
you. Alright,
So 4104
is
supervises the checklist.
414101, right?
I'm sorry, 01.
Alright. Alright, pretty simple mileage, to date, we've used 7560. That's in there at our historical number, just in case Concord ever says we have to start going back there. We have not been there, I don't believe, since COVID, but we never know. The stipend line, I don't know if you all have the letter I gave you, but, the stipend line is flat for us every year at $350, and there's 3 of us, with $1,050. That's been the same, flat line there. Training, the 24 to actual is not the right number in there, it should have said 300. But we're just keeping that at 300 for training. The only thing that really changes for us year to year is the hourly pay for elections. And every year there's a different number of elections. Next year we have 3. And we're going up from our hourly rate of $10 to $15. So that's reflected in that new number there, the 1440.
How many people?
3,
3.
yeah, that, and so our total is $3,010.
I got a quick question, because I'm looking at the stipend line, and there's 3 of you for the same amount of money, $1,050, $350 each, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The prior years don't reflect that number, what went on there?
I don't know why the 24 to actual, that's a misprint on their part, it was, oh, I'm sorry, not that one. It wasn't, that's why the stipend and the elections need to be separated, some budgets they come out mixed, and some budgets they were coming out separated. So going forward, we're gonna have 4 lines.
Gotcha, thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, and so it's been very difficult to understand the way it's become.
It'll be easier to understand
Yeah,
going forward.
it'll be
Yeah.
sense, it will crescendo every 4 years, we'll have the re-elections.
Any other questions?
I'll make a motion to approve the supervisors of the checklist, budget in the amount of $3,010.
Okay, so Mike made a motion to approve 414101 supervisors of the checklist for
I'll second it.
3010. Second by Jim. All in favor?
Christine, I.
Hal and I.
And Hillsman, aye.
Anybody else feel free to make a motion, I'm just trying to keep things moving along, because it takes so much time, I feel
No,
I owe it to you.
Thank you.
they have this sheet.
What's that?
They have this sheet.
I don't think they do, but I can get that for them. Not something I thought of.
That's good, because I lost count
I'm
last
gonna,
week.
I'm gonna deliver
So I
it.
tried to recalculate, so be
To Scott.
interesting.
Oh, what did he say, you Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah. But no, so, well, never mind. I have a question, but I don't want it on tape, so never mind.
okay.
That's what the parking lot's for,
I think
you
we should,
know.
I think we should just say thank you. Of course. Yeah.
You have to go through Scott.
Make paper. You have to go through me what?
For anything.
Any questions?
Thanks for being a stepper about that, Steve.
No, I wasn't the stickler, you were, so I just wanna make sure that everybody adheres to that, helping you out. As long as there's an open window around, I'll help you out.
Okay, so I'm really curious. Yeah, I know, right? What number?
So this has
I did.
this has the correct 2025 budget numbers on it, right, Leo?
Yes,
That is the same amount I came up with.
I did the whole Excel spreadsheet.
Yep.
I said I wasn't screwing around with this anymore.
Ah, that's funny.
So, is that still,
So, actually,
the approved amount from the select board? Is that still the approved amount for the select board for the rest of the committee?
Yeah, well,
I just
We
wanna,
didn't-
so actually, that,
go ahead, please.
You signed it.
Go ahead.
well, let's see. Steve.
Steve, can she speak?
So yes,
Yeah, so I'm
So
going
actually-
through Scott.
so I guess technically the request was different and the Board
Right,
of Selectmen approved this.
Yeah.
So what the
Plus your
request was,
plus your budget numbers for 2025 was different from what's here. You didn't put the, well,
I didn't put those numbers.
yeah, I know, so they weren't incorrect, so
Not
that's,
put by me.
going by those numbers, it was
Yeah,
just
so
crazy.
the 2026 request really is what the BOS approved,
Correct.
because
Okay,
my request was different.
okay,
But fine, go with that.
go with that.
So
Okay, so
Need any explanation?
for the rest of the budget committee,
We're not gonna recap.
when the library met with the select board, the 2025 budget numbers on their sheet were inaccurate, and the sheet you have in
Well,
front,
They were not totally inaccurate, she was asking for, 5.
no, well, no, the actual 2025 budget numbers
Oh, yeah,
were off.
budget numbers,
Budget actual numbers were off.
That's-
So the new sheet you have in front of you now reflects the
these
actual
numbers here.
budget to actual numbers. And the 2026 request is 78,832.
That's it?
And this, I've got two sheets, so just for clarification here, now this
That
one
one
has a
doesn't count
different
anymore,
number.
right?
On the,
Yep.
this one says 78,483.
No, throw that away. 832.
Yeah, that's why I gave you the new one tonight, cause,
Well, I had two, so I,
oh yeah, nope, that makes,
I'm good.
okay.
Thank you, sir.
So questions?
I don't have a problem with this budget, and for all the years that Grace Fuller and Chuck behind the scenes, as he's in the back of the room, and so many other people support the library, that the costs have stayed down,
And Sarah?
and I haven't met Sarah, so I didn't wanna go out on a limb. That's why there was so many others, because I'm not the only librarian over the years, or other people behind the scenes here. But the services always seem to be great and expanding and changing with the times. So if anybody from the library would like to explain any of this for the public beyond the members of the board, that's certainly great. If you don't, me personally, I'm not gonna have a problem with this.
Yes, ma'am.
I have one thing I just wanna bring up,
Grateful, yeah,
yes,
Okay.
thank you.
thank you.
That we discussed last week, and that is, I'm still waiting to hear from Lakes Region Computer on maintaining the computers in the library, and I know JT has been reaching out to them, so I've been relying upon him to do that, but that is still an open number for me. So we have to, all of our computers need to be updated. And so that's, so I guess my question to the board is, how do I handle that? If Lakes Region comes back, because we're asking them to come in, do an inventory, and sort of be on sync with what the town is doing with having the same maintenance,
Program.
the same maintenance program and everything, so that there's some consistency. But they haven't come in yet, so I haven't been able to provide a number, I can't pull a number out of the air, I mean, I truly don't know what the numbers are, so.
So, once that's accomplished, once your numbers are accomplished, it's probably the best thing is in March, meaning you make a request to up the budget for
Oh, that's a good idea.
the
Okay.
computer, and say if it comes in at I don't know, throw a number up there,
Again,
X, Y.
Does the
Yeah.
town have a number from them?
Well, we have to do an inventory and see what,
Oh, okay, so the same thing, okay.
like, you know, depending on your software,
Yeah.
we
Well,
do
yeah, that's one ahead of
laptops,
us 3 steps or not.
all that
You're
stuff.
with
Yeah,
them too.
yeah, okay,
So,
Go ahead.
just of thinking, along these lines, and perhaps the last option is town meeting.
Right.
But given where we are in the budget cycle, and that early February is when we present to the public.
right, yeah.
So
okay.
you have the February
Oh, yeah,
date, which
that's
is
right.
certainly an option,
Yep.
but this is just my way of thinking about things, if you had a number earlier on and reached out to the select board and our chairman here, I don't see why you couldn't come back for a revision day, given that I.
Prior
do
to
see
the
that-
public
We
meeting,
can,
Yeah.
we can revisit this all the way up to public meeting.
And
So I mean.
so I have a
hope
note,
To high heaven, we have numbers by then, that's.
I have a note
Service.
basically to contact JT and Caitlin to see what the
Yeah.
scoop is.
Yeah,
I'll
that'd be good.
follow it up tomorrow.
Cause I've been, that's a big
Okay,
concern, yeah.
how many laptops you have?
Well, we boiled it down from 10 down to 4. Right, 4,
And what about your,
You said 5 last week.
5, thank you, 5, that's why I have you guys.
and your desktops, your,
I have a desktop, and all the rest are laptops, right, but we said all of them to be consistent, so.
So
we don't
4
need a
total?
desktop. No, 5, 5,
5 total?
Yeah.
Okay. And they're all, office,
10. Yep.
Okay.
There you go. Yep,
so you need software and everything else, alright,
yes.
alright.
Yeah.
Is it a software? I don't wanna get too off course, cause it's in the
It's
future.
more than that.
I know
It's
Windows
also-
10's not gonna be supported anymore, but do you guys have,
It's not just that, it's the amount of space that's available for all the other programs that we have to run for running the library. So
Especially
it's-
those laptops,
it's- Can't be.
okay, that's what I was getting to, is this a software issue, other software issue, not necessarily a vulnerability issue?
So your desktop, is it compatible with enough, Sarah,
Well, literally.
do you have enough hard,
Like more RAM?
I don't know.
What was the question, Leo, I'm sorry?
her desktop, what's the capacity on that, what's the storage capacity?
I don't know, it's like 8 years old.
Yeah, it's older than the laptops,
Okay,
yeah.
alright,
So, just as something, just an observation on the sheet number one, that was the second sheet here, you did have that listed here. It's not on
Right, yes, on the
budget sheet.
previous one.
So you had
Yeah.
pointed out this need, but the budget line, that the selectmen have for contracted services doesn't appear that anything's been spent out of it this year. So,
what are you talking about?
isn't it under executive, contracted services? I mean, if you were, push came to shove and you were in a pinch and you had extra money in your budget.
Yeah, we got something going on in that one, right?
Oh, okay, 'cause I was gonna say, it could be an update this year versus
Yeah.
next, if the money was available.
I know the library's a separate entity and everything else,
But still, you can spend money on it, it's not a private entity.
and you usually request for the operating expenses all at once in April,
Twice a year.
Twice a year?
twice a year.
It's divided in half, yeah, April and July, I think
Okay.
is the second
Could,
request.
Go ahead.
may I ask, I'm sorry, last year you brought 8x10 colored glossies with circles and arrows and paragraphs on the back, and we got nothing this year, no metrics, no nothing?
I have Sarah this year, I
But-
was with you last year,
so-
would you like some
But
statistics?
ultimately,
Now
I
I
do
know we
have
can listen to
colors.
Alice's restaurant.
that's
on
right.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, they brought a full slide deck last year.
I've got them here,
Um,
but it
so-
got
so
really
my main
long
que-
outside.
Yeah, but go ahead, are you still on the computer?
No, I actually have a question about the
Leo is.
operating
I am still on
operating
it.
expense. Oh, you're still on it?
No.
Oh, I apologize, I thought you
No,
were
that's
done.
okay.
He was working.
Yeah, I'm looking at your operating budget and you got technology in there, is that your, computer?
So,
No.
no, so that line is all, that includes a lot of different things.
Okay.
And last year there was so the technology, let me see, I'll tell you what in there, includes phone, internet, hardware, software, tech support, website, development and support. So it's not just.
So
There wasn't
that-
buying car yet.
I would probably advise, when we get your, Lakes Regis in to get a cost and everything else, probably add a line item in there, computers.
Well, this is the line items that we hold within the library, this isn't actually part of the town system.
Right, and that's where I'm saying, to put it in your
Oh,
budget,
I hear what you're saying,
It would
Yeah.
be under.
If
Yeah.
you add the line, it's
Instead of-
computer contracted services.
right,
yeah,
Then-
Then others licensing.
yeah, we do have another one for contracted services, but I hear what you're saying about the computer one.
right, so then you have a total price, I mean, basically for your operating, you can increase that prior to
Gotcha.
the next,
Got it, I hear what you're saying.
okay. Oh, good, no,
That's all right, that's a great segue for what I was bringing up after teasing them about their lack of their preparation. So,
Colors,
so,
I brought colors.
Pretty.
And stats.
Did you
no,
bring
so
crayons?
what is, again, cause we don't have, kind of a breakdown like we've had in the past, I'm just curious, like, 2024, your operating expenses actual is 14,325. 2025, you budgeted 19,775, which is almost a 30% increase, and then you're asking 21,665 for this year. What's the biggest part of your operating expense that keeps going up, or can you
Well,
just kinda
last
give us an
year-
overview of?
No, yeah, I will, unless you want to go.
Well, book prices, just alone, just
Book
the
prices.
prices are unbelievable, and I try really hard, I'm a bargain shopper. But, they're unbelievable, any hardcover book that comes out right now is $30.
How much?
$30, and so I get it less than that, but still, that's significantly from the 2.5 years ago when I started, that's significantly higher, you were paying max probably 24, 25 for a book when I started, so the book prices are outrageous. But also program expenses, I've done a lot more, there's a lot of closures in the library, so I'm not saying just but we've got a lot of programming. That has been really successful in bringing people in, trying to combat some of that isolation stuff, a lot of learning, for people, and so that programming, when I started, it was only like $500, that we were allotted, quote unquote, line item wise for programming, and that's just, I mean, we went through our volunteers and we still are amazing at finding people who are willing to give their time, but to get a really good summer reading program going, get the kids in, to be able to do all those things for the adults, there's costs there, and so I would say honestly, books and programming from my side of it are definitely the cost ups.
And then Libby has also gone up, which is the
last year
audio.
was huge.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Libby is the system that is used to download books, audiobooks, magazines and so forth, which is very popular in our stats. Our technician here has all of those stats on that and how that's gone up, so that's gone up.
Last year, that significantly increased, and this year it will increase a little bit more because because it's being used constantly, and the state library is in a deficit, so they are passing that on to us.
Yep. And then the other thing that we added on this year is that we're taking over the purchase of the paper goods that we use, toilet paper towels, things like that from the town instead of getting them at the town. So we did add an increase into the line items for that so that we could purchase those directly. Previous to the past year though, we had been flatlined on operating expenses for years. So that's why there was sort of a dramatic increase last year, because we just couldn't keep it floating at that amount. Good and bad. COVID happened, so we were able to offset that for a period of time with grants, but those grants just aren't there anymore. Looking, but.
Thank you. So with this Libby thing and the increase in popularity in ebooks, we can just stop buying hardcover?
Oh, gosh, no.
Since the prices are going up?
People read a lot, actually, would you care to share statistics?
Just a quick number of books out so far through September of this year. Total books out, just shy of 2,500 books have gone out of the library. But if you look at the audio and ebooks, we've had 326 ebooks downloaded through September. We've had 891 audiobooks
That's awesome.
downloaded.
And is that still primarily Effingham residents, or?
Yeah.
I asked that last year, and you said it was mostly Effingham.
We have some others, but yes, definitely primarily Effingham.
And again, just to add on to that,
And new patrons, if you're
how many new
gonna ask about that, so far, through the end of September, we were at 71 new patrons for this year. Which every time I'm like shocked, I'm like, really, we haven't gotten everybody? You really don't have a library card, but we
So
have
what's your-
had a lot of people move in.
What's your total?
Total of what?
Patrons.
Oh, I should know this. I looked this up for data.
A bunch.
Yeah.
I
it's on
don't
the
know, I
library.
can't remember.
That's okay.
Because there's a difference between total people who have cards and then total active patrons. So there's a pretty big discrepancy, cause anybody who got a card, 10 years ago but hasn't been in.
Right.
So I looked it up and I have that in the state data, but I don't remember the number.
Okay.
How many active?
That's what I'm saying, I don't remember that number. I
How
can
many
look it
feet
up.
in a mile? Library joke, never mind.
She got it.
1,280?
I knew
Okay.
that.
That's- They're hanging around the library.
How many meters? No.
Alright, thank you, ladies.
Give you yards, 1720, 1740.
Alright,
Oh, I know.
then I'll make a motion to approve 4550-01 library for 78,832.
Second.
All in favor?
I'm getting there. I don't have my secretary tonight. All in favor?
Racine, aye.
Although apparently I missed a spectacular presentation last year,
Oh man, I'll just give this to you.
Mike?
I'm in favor, aye,
Thank you.
alright.
I know you indicated so earlier, but for the record, and Hillsman is aye. Thank you very much.
Good, and thank you for your advice
For what?
on the
Computer line.
computer line item. Thank you.
Unrelated to budget, how many days are you open now?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and then Sarah's also there. Sarah's there Monday and Friday to work on admin, but people have found out about that. So they kind of pop in also on Mondays and Fridays, unless the door is locked.
4 days a week, but years ago it was 3 for a long time, wasn't it?
It was changed so many times, and the only reason I know that, it hasn't changed since I started, but the reason I know is
Yeah.
people come in with the magnets or show up and they're like, you were closed, I was like, you must have an old magnet. So I think there's been a lot of iterations of the hours of the library.
Yes, but the number of hours open has remained the same, which is 19.
Okay.
Yeah, we just switched it, kind of like weight, it kind of shifts. Anyway.
Adjust to the lunch truck doesn't show up at 9 in the morning, right? So you adjust.
But if you have any feedback on the hours, feedback
No.
accepted. It's good
I
to-
haven't
good to know.
been in years, I've been busy, I'm
Mhm,
sorry,
well.
shame on me.
Tomorrow at 10, it's a wonderful coffee hour in President
Yes.
I get the sense of a volunteer. That woman's a plant.
She doesn't look lazy to me.
Alright, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna jump ahead just a little bit to 461101 conservation.
What, you doing it again?
Gotta play the room, dude.
I swear I'm gonna cut a finger here with this one.
Nice.
Thank you.
I met with Albert.
We haven't, I was just gonna ask that, I'm sorry. Evelyn?
Emily.
I've been laying in wait for you.
Albert?
But first of all, I wanna just mention the fact that ECC was not notified about this meeting. Because of being the chair for several years, I knew that the budget committee met like 2 weeks after the BLS. So I contacted Caitlin and she told me,
Yeah, we had come.
Okay,
but so we
I-
got tighten that up a little.
I apologize, your originally scheduled date got moved, and until the selectmen's meeting, the budget committee did not know when your next date was gonna be, so,
Oh,
I kind of assumed what you assumed, that you would be following right afterwards, so, but it was not intentional. But you were supposed to be week 1, and then you got moved, and anyway, I apologize.
No problem, I'm here.
Anything
Yeah.
significant that you wanna share, or go right into questions?
Uh,
Everything looks almost level funded.
The budget committee generally wants to know how much we have in our savings account. Because as you may know, any money that we don't spend in the calendar year gets rolled over. And so therefore we have $13,965.70 in the savings account.
Mhm.
The money that's left over from the 2025 budget is $1,301, 57 cents. That's a figure that is a little misconstrued because, see, we have a line item called land purchases. And that's $1,000. We do not spend that money unless we have a project to spend it. We're trying to accumulate the money. So that's part of our general savings account, but it's earmarked specifically for land purchase. So that's why we have $1,300 left in the budget, basically. And milfoil this year, we spent $2,266, $0.25 on surveying and pulling very few plants, I'm glad to say. I mean, the survey does cost money, but it's well spent, I think. And the milfoil capital reserve fund has $16,085.31 in it.
So if I can jump in a question here, and this Leo may know as well, and as well as you, Emma. Some years ago, we had long discussions about getting the land use change tax adjusted to go to your organization.
Yes.
Has that been going to you? Have you been getting
Well, there
those
was a
funds?
fog there for a while.
Okay.
We weren't, in other words, we were not.
That was about 2-3 years ago, we're kind of,
But that's been resolved, yes,
Okay, so you do get the funds.
yes.
Okay, because, and correct me if I'm wrong, but way back when I initiated some conversations on that subject with you, this land purchase item was a way to circumvent funding it. I think Mr. Eldridge and I had some discussions on that at the budget committee once when I was on the other side. And that's when we kinda had this presented to you to get that change of use tax for that purpose, to build up for any land purchases or whatever.
But as you know, Mike, some years there is some money in the land use.
Okay.
Some years none,
mhm,
like last year I believe was none,
right.
so.
Alright, well, that was gonna be my question, if you felt there was still a need to have this here, or were those funds sufficient, but it sounds like you need a little more in the war chest, cause you can't really buy property for $13,000.
You can't even get a survey for that.
Well, that was, and if the survey for milfoil or the extraction came up, because for some people, those numbers seem large, because we didn't have them before. I think that could get used up quickly in a single season.
Particularly, for years now, we've been dealing with just milfoil. There are so many other invasives.
Yeah.
That potentially could become a problem in our part of the Ospey Lake and River. So far, so good.
The state actually for New Hampshire has a map of the lakes and the various, whether it's 1, 2, 3 invasive plants that go down, and yeah, I saw that a few years ago, and I was very surprised to see that, like, there's so many other invasive plants.
Oh, yeah, now there was one that started last year up in Green River Pond. It's a floater, I can't remember the name of it right now. But the Pine River Association got together and they, as far as I know, have taken care of it. Because that stuff just can go crazy.
Well, thank you.
Jim, did you have any questions?
I don't.
I'm good, I'm good.
I'll make a motion to approve the Conservation Administration's budget of Conservation Commission as I know it, for the amount of $4,680.
And I will second that motion for 461101 Conservation Administration for 468000. All in favor?
Aye.
Racine, aye.
Jaguar,
And Pilsen, aye. Thank you very much, it was nice to meet you.
Thank you all, have a good night.
Nice to see you again, Ellen. It's been a long time.
Alright. 2 to go. Well, we don't have a representative here from
Treasurer?
the treasurer, but we can do 415004 treasurer.
Yeah, so, you want me to wonder?
Yeah, you wanna,
Dues stay the same, bank fees, I think we put $1 in there, right?
we put $1 in bank fees.
Salary deputy, we level fund that at $2,000. Salary for the treasurer, he wanted to double, and we said, we gave him 2.5%. Based on what, based on $5,200. And training kept the same, cell phones, there is once, he wants two, and we disagreed, so we keep in one cell phone.
So here's the question I have, cell phone. Why exactly? Like my wife did that job for a number of years, and although there's an occasional call to the bank for something, it's quite minimal, to my knowledge and what she shared with me, because I couldn't remember why you would need a cell phone for such little contact.
I have no problem taking it away.
I really don't see a use for it, and I'm open to hearing why, that's, when I saw it, I said, I don't understand.
I don't remember what the explanation
Yeah, I know,
was from
'cause
the
it was-
select board's meeting, but
It was after the library when we got to this, and it was,
And he wants.
well, yeah,
my personal opinion, should be zero.
Yeah, I think it
There's
would
no
be-
need for it, because basically, he's just dealing with the bank. And most of the time, he's gotta go to the bank or whatever, so if you're gonna,
Yeah, but usually that kind of stuff is if you needed to get some access or give somebody, like, there were very few reasons to call. It's so sparse and it's a local call, I
it's
mean,
not like the town administrator or something like that, or,
yeah, you know, it's that you might need to carry a phone around room to room because it goes crazy. I just, you know, I'd be fine if it was presented later on for a reason, but I think we could do without that, so that even if it came up next year that there was a need, either you guys could cover the cost or we could revisit for the following year.
so I don't have a problem zero balancing that.
I will make a motion to, remove that $600.
I'll second that. Any other discussion?
I'm sorry, I was just trying to come up with a new number, but,
My personal opinion with the,
I mean, I agree with the no cell phones,
right,
so,
So I've got $7,331 unless I'm missing something.
7,000 what?
7,331.
we had 7,400 last year. How do you do that?
Maybe I'm missing something.
I got
Maybe
7,531, let me do it again, right, 8131 minus 600?
Do you add?
Oh, I know, I added up the selectmen's numbers, I'm sorry, I'm incorrect, I missed.
Okay, right,
They didn't fill in the other columns, only what they
should
should.
just be the 8131 minus 600,
Yeah, my bad, my apologies.
no big deal.
Just don't let it happen again.
I'll work on it.
What's the real number? Yeah.
What is it, George, again?
7531, everybody get 7531?
Yep.
You okay with the 2.5% on the salary for treasurer?
That's what you guys decided earlier.
Yeah, that's what we've been going with across the
I
board.
do know if you're doing that job the way it should be done and you do all the credit card stuff, it is quite time consuming.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're really doing the job the way it should be done, you should leave the money in.
Okay,
Alright, then I'll make a motion, to approve 4150-04 treasurer for $7,531.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Christine, aye.
Together,
And Hillsman, aye.
You can go with a unanimous vote and that's all you have, you don't have to record them individually if it's unanimous. So in the state law, you can, as long as it's unanimous, so you don't have to do names. If it's 6-1, then you record them. And certainly it's easier to count the one person who said no
Right.
and then fill in the blanks after. Just trying to make it easier on you.
Yeah,
well,
well, that, I mean, that wasn't a big deal.
it's
and-
Heidi that.
And it's, yeah, it's been
Heidi.
recorded, so, exactly, it's kind of a backup for her. I know she said she doesn't need it anymore, but,
Nope, we should be, I wanna be clear to Heidi because I was already pushing to get the concentration on the table and take some of our members out of the.
Well, we used to, yeah, and the reason for that was, we had the recording before, so that was.
Yeah.
Now
I might,
we
I
have
might
this.
not do this for every meeting, but for tonight, I wanted to
Sure.
just keep an extra copy, cause we're making that transition. Alright, so last we have, last budget is 415003 budget committee. We talked about this at the last meeting, we were good with 1760, and per Mike's suggestion and the select board suggestion, we added $1 to mileage just in case. So the new budget total that we're requesting is 1761. Questions?
No, I was just gonna suggest, like Congress, we give ourselves a hefty raise in here, so I don't know what, I
You all
don't know
have
what
to
50%
recuse
of
yourself.
zero is, but
I don't have to recuse myself for this one.
200%
All
rate,
four is-
200% of zero is zero.
There you go.
it is a quandary, Stephen, it is a quandary.
Well, I mean, it's a valid point, and we should know
Our senators and reps don't have a problem with it, so.
for sure
That's probably how we ended up with this archaic system here.
what's going on.
I'll make a motion to approve the budgets committee of $1,761 as presented.
I'll second it.
Alright, so we have a second for 4150-03 budget committee for 1761, all in favor.
Christina,
Aye.
Jagger, aye.
It's like a race.
That'll be Cahalan, aye,
I got-
Heidi, aye, bad habit.
That's why I'm doing this.
Bad habit.
Bad habits.
There's always one.
Alright, that's good.
that's yours, right?
Yeah, it's the old one, I just put it aside.
Gonna throw it away?
What's that?
You're good with it, or you want?
No, we can throw it away. We didn't need any more. Alright, so. Have a good night. Are you leaving?
No, I have a question at the end.
Okay.
No, we just gotta approve
We're-
minutes.
Yep, we're getting there.
No hurry, none of my part.
So
So any,
I have some kind of a bit of a question, and it would probably be great if Heidi, Caitlin was in here but she's not here. So maybe Leo can help us with the possibilities on this if we find some merit.
can we, before we get to the meeting,
Sure.
can we approve the meeting minutes from
Absolutely.
the last meeting, please?
Yep, I just wanna see
Okay,
if we
yep.
can, listen to my,
I haven't moved any other business to be determined per your suggestion, Mike, so
nice.
appreciate your contributions thus far. That's what I'm looking for. If you need I know Jim didn't get his, cause email kept getting kicked back, so do you need, no, I mean, do you need a minute to look at is what I'm getting at?
Well, I already have one correction.
Okay,
The correct spelling, my last name is Giguere.
Say that now.
say it loud.
Giguere. She had the right number of letters there, just in.
And it is spelled correct on the vote sheets, let the record show. Alright, so that's one correction.
So I'm looking at your email, it said you had a breakdown,
Yep, there should be a spreadsheet in there, an Excel sheet.
is that the one?
Yep,
That's it?
so I added your numbers into it, and then I'll add our numbers, it's got a total.
Absolutely.
Got a total with proposed increase at the bottom, and I'll be updating that, but you can do whatever you want with it.
It's in there, Mike,
What is,
the one you were looking for, the sheet, the numbers,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mike just didn't get a chance to look at it.
I didn't print that one off because Scott was so, helpful in providing all the information. I just made the assumption that,
Oh, that's more of a toy right now, but if you want a copy printed off, Mike, in the future, I'd
Yeah.
be glad to print you
no,
off a copy.
I'll take care of it now that I know.
Okay.
We have warm biscuits with dinner all the time, and then there was no warm biscuit. I just kinda missed it.
Fair enough. Other than the spelling, any other
I'm good.
edits to the minutes from October 7th?
I'm good with it.
You good, sir? Alright, then I'll make a motion to approve the budget committee minutes from October 7th, 2025.
I'll second it.
How do you spell your last name? All in favor?
Steve G.
All in favor?
Oh, we've seen
Aye,
Jagger,
Alan and I.
Thank you, Hills and I.
and you're free to call me Steve anytime you want.
I did once tonight, but I
Just
felt
not
like,
the
I felt like it was too soon. Especially with Steve sitting in the room.
I have to go through you, Scott.
You have to go through me? Public comments.
Wait a minute, you
Oh,
want, Mike?
No, please, I yield.
okay, and then we'll do any other
My 30
business.
seconds is there a way to have our budget sheets, I don't have a budget to actual, but the figures in the 2004 column are wrong.
No, 2001?
Oh, and the figures she put in for training, $1,000.50 for our training,
Where's
that
that?
was wrong.
So you're,
I just would like this going forward to reflect the correct numbers.
Which,
And I don't know if it was that old stipend, like right here, we did not,
line,
the
41,
training.
41?
03, 41-41-01, 0003. Under training,
Jim's recused himself, nice.
Training,
she put $1,000.50. We didn't do any of actual money spent.
well,
And
I
it
got
wa-
mileage,
Yeah,
I got salary, 360.
we don't get that reflected, see,
Oh, see, yeah, because
Right.
she wrote, it's
yeah.
the 1410,
But on the training line, she has $1,050.
that's 2024.
Right, that's what I'm saying, but going forward, I mean,
We can't break that down.
we don't need to break it down, but that was actually our stipend that year. But I just want the numbers to be reflected as what they were going forward for future budget, year by year.
I see what you're saying.
It's just a typo or it's a whatever. I didn't wanna bring it up in our thing and we don't have to be
Thank you.
big about it now.
Right,
But I would love a sit down with maybe Caitlin and you
no, I'll
all,
talk to her tomorrow.
when those numbers, cause you're gonna change the names of them anyway.
Yeah,
I just would like
Okay,
the
well,
figures to be real.
for next year's budget, you would only see 20.
Well, I know, but
2026,
just, I have a stack going back, my,
It goes back historically, if it's a
Right.
document.
Oh, yeah.
People see it, it'll be.
right, and then why, what was that? They had 300, and then they went to 1,050?
Well, I have the,
Yeah,
I just gotta pull my sheet out to what you're, so I can talk to Caitlin tomorrow.
yeah, and again, we don't need to stop for this today if you guys wanna,
there we go. What number is it
Okay.
again? 40,
414101 dash
I
003.
got it. I've got the 2024 actual.
Okay, good.
So you keep that, I
Yep.
have it here. I'll talk to Caitlin tomorrow about it.
So what was the actual? Budgeted, I know what it
For
was,
which
Well, we
line
have it right
item?
here.
for training. Oh,
Workshops
03.
and seminars was 0.
Right, it should be zero.
I'm sorry, no,
We're budgeted 300, but we spent,
actually,
I don't know,
so for workshops and seminars, I'm showing a 2024 final, a budget of 540, but you spent 0.
right, okay, yeah. So I think that should be, the zero ought to be
Well, you got
reflected
20.
instead of
This is the
the,
2024 final.
Oh,
So they spent 0 out of a $540 budget.
right, so,
let me talk to Caitlin tomorrow, see how we can,
right.
I mean, we might be
I don't know
able
where
to.
it came from, but going forward to the new system, I'd like it to not come with us. When you-
Well, the 2024 is gonna be knocked out next year.
Well, right, but like you said, historically, people can go back.
Yeah, well, this is the 2024, this is what's in
Yeah.
the system. I think
Right.
Caitlin added those manually and probably had a typo.
And that was my, okay, so it is,
Yeah, I
because
think-
that's the
I
stipend
think
in the
she-
wrong line, I think is what it is.
What line item is that? Your budget is.
4141
It's on the first page,
dash one?
Okay,
first page,
so,
so,
those numbers, do those look a little healthier to you? Because what these,
No, okay, but budget, she
No,
doesn't
that-
have the actual for 2024 is what
she
the
had the
problem is.
23
Yeah.
here, but if we went to the 24 version of the public hearing, one, which I know I have a copy,
Yeah, do you have a copy
I
of
would,
it?
I would be able to give you or anybody.
oh, Caitlin's got a copy too.
I'm sure she
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the
probably
computer.
have it.
Well, I appreciate that.
But that's where you would find it.
Yeah, it's just, I've seen it, different numbers in different places, and I think, and the lines are changing too, so
Yeah, I
I just
think.
like to tighten it all up.
I
So
think
you
when
just
she
wanna-
updated these, she made a mistake.
So like,
24
what mistake she made?
I'll
What's that?
What mistake? What mistake?
Thank you, gentlemen, thank you for your
What's the
time.
mistake?
What was she
Oh,
pointing to?
I don't know.
Carol.
Yeah,
She said something, wasn't
Before you
it? The
run
training.
off.
So they had 575 for training in 2024
4140.
and the actual, and Caitlin's got it at
So you'll be able to
1050.
hear, and this is supposed to be your
Nice, that's on
final
register.
operating budget from last year. Do those numbers look more?
Scott, do you have anything else since of,
That's budgeted, that's.
Just, do you have any public comments?
no,
This is for 24.
Just any other business the board members might have, the committee members might have, but no, sir, nothing pressing.
So anyway,
Okay.
thank you.
Yep,
What's that?
I think I'm going to depart.
Thank you, sir, for being here. Carol, thank you.
Yep, take care.
See you later.
So,
Good night, gentlemen.
Thank you, Steve.
good night.
So then that brings us to
Yeah,
any other business to be determined.
so in the past, I've always had a problem with the private.
Carol,
But
this yours?
Sorry, Mike.
That's all right.
Alright, sorry, hold on. This yours?
Could be. That's mine. I was looking for my folder to leave. I'm like, wait a minute.
I didn't want her to leave.
Yeah, no, but,
Thank you.
so, we call it a budget versus actual, and it also says profit and loss, but budget versus actual, and forever and a day, the thing that's bugged me about this is it's not functional, no matter what the computer system you use, and it won't be functional to give you a bottom line on where we are on the budget if we keep extra stuff in it. So by that, I mean anything that's added in to this budget that's not the budget versus actual, the actual operating budget that the town operates on. So what I was hoping could be done is when you go to page, I'm gonna say
you're
7.
Yeah, sorry, the numbers didn't print.
Well, here's the new ones today,
Oh, hot off the press.
hot off the
Okay.
press.
Okay.
Thank you.
So when I go to page, this one has page 9 now, which is,
Right.
it's just a bigger font, I think.
Right.
So, okay, so you go to page 8, and there you'll see,
4901 on.
yeah, the warrants down are not part of the actual budget. You end at 4723, which is the tax anticipation TAN notes. So what I was hoping to propose that we could get here is to have that chopped off right there. And then you'd have the total of your actual operating budget when you start, and then the percentages and the number that you've spent would show. And the rest of this is necessary information, I feel, it's just it should be like an addendum or a supplement. So we get two things, cause the last time after our meeting, I went home and I took all the numbers down, and I believe we have a $2,389,227. That's our actual operating budget. And then I did all the expenditures, which gave me like 1,691,000 blah. But basically it shows us that we have spent just under 71% of our budget. So I just thought that would be a nice tool to just be able to look at, you know what we have for a budget. Everybody in the community could look at that and know what it is, and you're not trying to extract things that don't belong in there. And then you could know where you are as a percentage and stuff.
I had the same thing,
Do you?
September 30th, I did mine.
Oh, yeah, oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
so that was my, is that something we could look into at all? Is that too big of a hurdle?
No, it's more software related right now, that we've had that discussion, and I agree with you 100%, like, it would be nice to cut that off there and just see the operating budget.
Not G-Works, but,
Currently, it's the way,
well, what's the software?
QuickBooks is
QuickBooks.
set up.
Yeah.
So we need to make, I mean, we can't, obviously, we shouldn't do it this year, but we need to make changes moving forward if we're gonna continue to use that
Right.
with the way this is presented. No, I agree, we've had this discussion in the past, it's a pain,
Right.
that you don't get just a clear bottom line budget number, operating budget number.
Cause you throw in the school and some other things in there, and then you have that the different budget cycle. And then you get, different things, the county comes in later, and it makes a number that, like, you could be teetering on the edge of spending all your money, and it might be suggesting, oh, you've got $1.2 million to the good, and it's like, oh, no, we don't. So,
Yeah, no, it's a good point, Mike, and yep, I agree, and I'm sure Leo and Jim agree, and we've had the discussion in the past. Unfortunately, we're a victim of our current software program, or at least the way it was set up. But hopefully we can, rectify that moving forward.
I'll talk to Michelle again tomorrow, see, cause I'm not sure if Dave did that in the past, where he was able to cut it off.
And Jim, I don't know if you remember, or Jim remember, I kinda remembered, like, Dave complaining about that too, that
Yeah, but
we don't really get that cut off, but.
I think Michelle can print off everything except and cut it off at 4901.
If she can't figure it out, let me know and I'll come in and look at it with her.
Yeah, let me talk to her tomorrow,
Okay,
It seems to me we should be able to print to a point.
yeah,
I agree.
And then if we were able to do that, then the budget committee could get that and then print the supplemental or, you know, whatever you wanna call it. And then we, best of both worlds, that's all,
Totally.
that's all I
Nope,
had.
totally agree, sir. Any other?
Just, Leo, did the 535 come in already?
yeah, we signed off.
Okay, and the
I think it was last,
the 434R has been the revision sheet back from DRA, and the accountants, the auditors give you the 535.
right, and they're we met with the auditor, we signed off on they gave us the draft 2 months ago, we signed off on it. We submitted the 535, signed that off. I think that's what the auditors
The
did.
530, yeah, the auditors 535,
Right, we did that already.
DRA, the 434. and
I'm
then
not
you
sure
get
with the
to revision.
434 yet.
That's just setting the tax rate.
I don't think
Caitlin was working on
I
that
think it's still working on it,
last week, cause she she talked to me about some numbers,
right,
so.
it's still in process then.
Okay, I just love to get that stuff when it's all done, the tax rate, the 4 pages of that, and all
Oh,
that
yeah,
stuff.
me too.
Yeah, I'll
December 31st, we'll have it. Alright, if there's.
Are you gonna have it before
I got
that?
nothing.
I'm joking. Alright, if there is, nothing else,
Make a motion to adjourn.
make a motion to adjourn at 7:39.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Unanimous,
Thank
unanimous.
you all, Leo,